Sarah.
And I'm Grace.
And today we're here to talk to you about how Samsung Health works seamlessly across the Watch 8 and the S25 series. Now specifically, we have our Watch 8 and the S25 Ultra here. And together, these two devices can give you a clear picture of your health so you can approach life more holistically.
And we're going to be showing you 3 very powerful features with Samsung Health today. And that is your energy score, your sleep score, and all about auto tracking.
And all 3 of these features are designed to give you all the information you need to be able to see that small changes can have such a big impact on your life. So without further ado, let's have a look at energy score. Now that could mean anything, Grace. So help me and the viewers understand what energy score is.
So what it's going to do is it's going to use your watch and track lots of different things all to do with your sleep and your activity and your heart rate, and it gives you a score out of 100, and that is nice and simple, your energy score.
Well, I'd love to see it on the watch, so will you just give us a short demo?
Of course. All right, so I've got my Watch 8 here and I'm going to show you how easy it is to check your energy score. So we're going to click on it and nice and simple, just scroll to the side. It's the first thing that pops up there and you have that score out of 100. As you can see, we are on 80 and it will tell you a little word. So 80 is good. If it was closer to 100, you might be on excellent, and then just below that is fair. So it gives you not just a word, but a number out of 100. Now, if you wanted a little bit more detail onto your energy score, why it is the way it is, you can check that with your Samsung Health on your mobile device. So I've got my S25 Ultra here. And if I was to go into my Samsung Health, there we go, we've got it up and ready. You're on your energy score, we're at 80, we're at good, but it gives you a little detailed description of what you can do to improve it. So you want to improve your sleep quality. So that might be avoiding certain things right before you go to bed. And then going down your energy score factors, we can see that your sleep time is excellent, but your previous day activity was a little bit lower, and your heart rate, your score is fair. So maybe if we want to get it to the good or the excellent, you might want to try some breathing exercises before you go to bed. And then going down, that's when you're going to get into your heart rate and your skin temperature before you sleep. So if you want some tips and tricks on your energy score and to find out detailed readings of why it is what it is, that's when you want to go to your Samsung Health on your device. So with that being said, Sarah, tell us, what do you use your energy score for?
Oh, for me, it's the first thing I check in the morning. As soon as I wake up, energy score, I check it to see how I'm feeling. Because for me, I think that we need to approach life a little bit more, exercise is incredibly important, but so is rest. So if my energy score is low and it is on that 80, I can see maybe today is not the day to go to the gym and do that 10K run that we're striving for. Maybe today is the day to take it a little bit slower. And of course, if that energy score is low, there are those tips and tricks that we saw on there that we can do to help boost up that energy score to get closer to that 100. So Grace, what do you use your energy score for?
Mine is all about my sleep. I'm very big on how much sleep I've got and how much energy I'm going to have during the day based on how I ended up sleeping during the night. So for example, if it tells me that my sleeping time was terrible, my deep sleep was terrible, my energy score is going to be a little bit lower. However, there can be times where I might not have the best night's sleep. It feels like it's not that great, but my energy score will still be a little bit higher. So even though I feel like I should be taking it easy, my energy score will tell me, actually, you can go for that workout, you can go for that run. But really, it is all about sleep for me with my energy score, which does lead us on to our next one. So Sarah, talk to us about our sleep score with Samsung Health.
Now, as Grace showed us with finding her energy score widget, we're going to do the same with our sleep score. Now, your watch might not look exactly like this, but we've got ours stacked, so we have these widgets available in a health section. So we've got our steps. Underneath that, we've got our energy score widget, and then just underneath, we've got our sleep score. So this tells me, last night I had an excellent night's sleep, and I've got a sleep score of 86, and I slept around 7 hours, 44 minutes. Now that is a slightly lower sleep score than I had the previous night, so I'm gonna look at my S25 Ultra to find out why that might be. Now, we can access Samsung Health in a number of different ways. Now, I'm just gonna swipe up and type in the search bar, Samsung Health. and it is popped up there for me. Now, the first thing we'll see is we've got our energy score right at the top there, but as we scroll down, we can see here sleep score. So when I tap on this, what you'll see is the actual sleep time across the top here says I was asleep for 7 hours and 29 minutes. And then further down, we've got our sleep time, the deep sleep, the REM sleep, so when I was dreaming. And you'll see the only one that has got attention is the sleep latency. Now that is something new, and this is all around how long it takes you to fall asleep once your head finally gets to hit that pillow. So it actually only took me around 1 minute to fall asleep, which is not usual for me. So clearly I'm feeling very tired at the moment. And it gives you more information here. So it says about breathing exercises. That's to help me calm down before I go to sleep. And maybe then that will pair nicely hand in hand with lowering my heart rate to support that energy score. The sleep stages, this tells me when I was asleep. So even though I've got all the information about telling me how long I was asleep for, maybe I want to see at what point I was in those certain sleep stages. And of course, our blood oxygen levels during sleep. So as you can see, there's so much insight available just by wearing your watch to bed. So Grace, with your sleep score, what would you use it for? Do you use it to help identify maybe issues within sleep? What's your best way of using it?
Yes, so mine, I like to check, we have sleep restfulness. So I love to see, I do a lot of moving about, I tend to find when I am sleeping. So I like to check on how restful or restless I have been during the night. And then I like to double check that with what have I done right before bed or what have I done during the day to maybe affect or why I have been moving so much in the night. So that's one key thing that I do like to check when I am sleeping.
Sure. And then for me, I think it's about building better habits. It's about looking at that sleep score, and maybe I'm falling asleep far too quickly, so I need to be going to bed slightly earlier and having a think about how I can support my health more holistically. And finally, we're going to have a look at auto tracking. Now, Grace, we were talking about this earlier. I've started getting into running, and sometimes I don't want to have to press the button to start a workout. I just want to get off and I want to get going. So how do you use auto tracking?
Yes, so with auto tracking, and you can also adjust it in your wearables app, which is what I'm going to show you now, is that you don't have to go into your phone or onto your watch to start a workout. So let me show you. If I was to go into my wearables app here, and we're going to go into watch settings, and we're going to go into health, and right down here we've got activities to detect. If you're clicking on that, this is where you can turn on or off whether or not it's going to auto track what you're doing. So whether you're doing your walking, for example, if you're walking for a long period of time during the day, you'll notice maybe you'll look at your watch and say, oh, it's recording a workout, but I'm not doing a workout, I'm just walking. You can turn it off. Or if you do lots of walking during the day and you want to track it, you can. Or what's really good now is you can track whether you're doing a bike workout, if you're doing a swim, if you're on the rowing machine, so you don't have to go into your watch. It's really good because maybe you might have a competition and you're in the zone and you're ready to start. You don't want to have to worry about going into and starting your watch to track how many steps, to track your timing. It's automatically going to do that all for you. And then if I was going to go into my Samsung Health, it's then going to show you all the different workouts. So if I was to click on all of these workouts, these are the ones that have been automatically detected. So all the walking, whether you was walking for half an hour, for 20 minutes, it's all going to show up on your Samsung Health, so you can go back and check that as well. So that was all about auto tracking. Sarah, you were saying you've been using it for your running recently.
Yes.
How effective has it been for you?
Oh, it's been amazing because I don't have to think about pressing start on the watch. After about 10 minutes or so, it will tell me, oh, you're doing a workout. I think, oh yeah, I am. I forgot to actually press it. And specifically with walking, I do a lot of walking, and most of the time I'm talking to somebody, so I'm going to forget to start the workout. So I can then just trust my watch to start, ready to rock, and I don't have to think about it. And Grace, you're a runner yourself.
Yes.
So how do you use auto tracking?
Yes, whenever I do my park run on a Saturday morning, it starts at 9 o'clock. It's always a bit of a fumble. There's a lot of people there. So sometimes it's a bit hard to either listen out to the whistle for when they blow it and then start it on your watch. So I don't have to worry about that with auto tracking. And what's really key to mention is that if you are going to do a workout, it's not going to miss the start of it when it's automatically trying to keep up for when you've started. It will be as soon as it's detected that you're doing some form of exercise, it's going to track it on your watch. So don't worry about it missing a little bit at the start, because it will kick in at the beginning.
Now, a quick recap on what we've spoken about, because there's so many amazing things that we've mentioned in this video. Now, first, Grace spoke us through her energy score and how it can help prepare her for the rest of her day.
And then Sarah told us all about your sleep score and how to get the best night's sleep using Samson Health.
And finally, auto tracking. You don't have to think about starting the workout. You can know that every step that you take counts.
So there we go, simple and smart ways to keep your health on track without the effort. So what are you going to be trying next? Do let us know. That is it for now, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.